Howdy, welcome back to the shop. Today I've got an old Bryant furnace here. We're going to tear her apart and see what makes it tick. This one failed. Secondary heat exchangers out of it. More appropriately, the hot header side of the secondary heat exchanger is leaking. It's sucking air, leaking water out. Pretty common failure. This furnace is over 20 years old. It's been a good furnace, provided lots of good service for the customer. It's just wore out. You know, it's really not worth fixing. And it takes forever to get a heat exchanger for one of these. It probably could have been technically under warranty. Don't know. My supplier on this wouldn't return my calls in a quick manner. So anyway, this thing went out at 4 o'clock on Friday night. My supplier on these, my local supplier on a different brand, met me in town on a Saturday during a snowstorm and sold me a furnace so that I could get this lady back in gear. So, you know, that's pretty good of them, and I appreciate them. So anyway, let's start off with the simple stuff. Just kind of a little sequence of operation on how a furnace works. So you get a W call at your thermostat. That means the thermostat took a 24-volt signal from red and tied it to W. And when you get a W call, control board kicks in, and the control board turns on the induced draft blower. The induced draft blower comes on, pulls a vacuum through the heat exchanger. Once the heat exchanger's got a little bit of vacuum on it, it closes the vacuum switch. A timer starts. After so much time, if the vacuum switch stays closed, the igniter over here comes on, gets hot after so many seconds. Then the gas valve opens. When the gas valve opens, the gas hits the igniter, the flame lights up, travels over here to the flame sensor. Once the flame sensor senses the flame, or the control board senses the flame through the flame sensor, another timer starts. So many seconds later, the blower kicks on, blows hot air out the top of the furnace. Heats the house up. Okay, once the house is warm, W opens back up. First thing that happens is the gas valve shuts off, flame goes out, the induced draft blower continues to purge for so many seconds. After it's purged out, it shuts off. Usually about 90 to 180 seconds later, the blower shuts off. Bang zip. That's about all there is to it. Not a real complicated thing. Okay, so here's some common everyday failures. Number one is this here is the drain trap. If the drain trap gets plugged up, or the drain line, or the drain hoses gets plugged up, the pressure switch will not close, and you'll get a pressure switch error. They kind of almost all look like this. They're not too hard to get out. I take a little piece of hose, stick on the end here, and blow through it. Blows the garbage out. If you can remove them, then I'll take and dump them out in the toilet, and then run water through them backwards usually, and it washes out the crud and the bugs.
In the toilet. Ugh.
Yeah, in the toilet.
Oh, that's yucky.
So I'm going to start taking things. I'm going to take this thing apart with the helper boy over here. And once we get some more stuff took off of here, we'll go through and tell you what some more of this, and give you some close-up looks at maybe the inducer, the burner box, control board, and the blower simply. So a little bit of change of plans. I think instead of going through this machine piece by piece in this video, I think I'll break this up into 2 or 3 pieces. Hey, we'll break this up into 2 or 3 pieces. Me and the helper boy will tear this thing down, get it took apart, and then we'll just kind of go through some of the sub-assemblies and some of the big pieces in a second video, and then probably do a 3rd video on the actual heat exchanger. So thanks for watching. Give me a like, subscribe please if you haven't. I'm new to this, so if you've got any ideas to share on how to make better videos, hey, great. I'd like to hear them. Thanks a bunch. Y'all have a good one.